This is Marina Shepelsky, one of the top New York immigration attorneys, and I'm making this video to tell you about the top 6 mistakes that will cause your green card application to be denied. You won't get your green card because of these 6 mistakes. And I'm here to tell you today what they are and tell you in details with some illustrations and examples. But before I get into it, I ask you to please become a subscriber to our channel, like our videos. This tells me that you like what we're posting. This gives us an idea of what to keep posting about. We love for you to leave comments and questions and just tell us what you think. So welcome, and we would appreciate your hitting the little bell for subscribing and hitting the little heart for liking. I'll get right into it. What are the top 6 mistakes? And I could add more to this, but I had to limit myself for this video.
I could do this all day.
What are the top 6 mistakes that people make to make their green card applications denied? Through my 20 years in immigration law and in my practice, I have seen so many things, just even in consultations, that never become our clients or with our clients, or things that come up in cases. So I'm here to share that experience with you and tell you what I think and how to avoid making these 6 mistakes. I'll get right into it.
Let's start with...
Number 1 is stupid social media posts. Okay, the big brother is watching. It's from a book, it's a quote. Basically, USCIS and everybody at immigration, Department of State and so on, they can and do look at your social media, Instagrams, Snapchat to the lesser degree, I think, but Facebook, Instagram, anything that shows what you're doing in your personal life. And sometimes all someone has to do is put in your name in Google and your Facebook or Instagram comes right up with those pictures. Okay, if your pictures on social media show a completely different picture from what you posted, and I'll give you some examples. If your posts do not match the kind of case you submitted, you will get denied, and in a bad way. Some examples: if you are married to one person, but you have pictures of you kissing and hugging with some other female or some other dude who is not your spouse from like today, and your interview is tomorrow, you will get denied. Not only that, sometimes at interviews, they look at people's phones. So your phone's keeping those pictures is also a bad idea. They can look at them sometimes. They look in your WhatsApp, they look in your Instagram, they look at your Facebook, and things come up. If it's different from what you filed, you will get denied. If you filed for asylum, we had a case like this. The guy files for asylum that he's in opposition to the Russian government. He hates the Russian government. And then there are pictures on his post where he is supporting the election, saying Putin is the best, and holding up the Russian flag next to some government building, looking very happy and posting things that support the regime. He will get denied for asylum. And we had a case like that we had to turn away. We came upon it by accident because we were looking for articles and we just Googled his name and his Instagram came up. It was completely open. We didn't even have to be his friends or followers. And we saw that his asylum claims that he's in opposition were completely false. There's pictures in his Facebook and Instagram profiles that show he supports the government that he supposedly now says he opposes.
What the heck?
So, number 1 reason to get your green card denied is stupid social media mistakes. Number 2 is hiding your arrests or criminal convictions, not mentioning them anywhere, failing to provide dispositions from the court. Anytime your fingerprints were taken by law enforcement, you have to have a paper that shows how was that resolved. If it went to court and the court dismissed it, you should have a court disposition showing it was dismissed. If the DA said they will not prosecute, you should have a letter of them declining to prosecute. You need to have a paper to show how the case was resolved. Otherwise, no one is going to believe you. All they will see in their computers is the FBI hits for your fingerprints. Number 3 your prior marriage was never legally ended, or whoever you said is your husband or wife, you don't have a divorce for that marriage. And this we see a lot, like every week. People either don't even bother getting divorced to their wife from Pakistan and marry somebody in the United States. So they're basically married to two people at the same time. So there's no way your green card will be approved based on the US citizen marriage, because you're still not divorced from your prior wife. And this new US citizen marriage is invalid legally. Or you put down some random name of some person on your visa application just to get out of your country on a tourist visa, and you thought that being married makes you more desirable to get a tourist visa because the consul will think, well, you have someone to come back to, your wife or your husband. Now you're married to a US citizen, you get to the interview, the officer looks in the paperwork and says, hey, when you filed for your visa, you were married to so-and-so. You know, her name is Maria Gonzalez. Where is the divorce with Maria Gonzalez? And two scenarios come up. Either the person will say, well, Maria Gonzalez was my girlfriend. We never married. In that case, you need some sort of paperwork and a waiver from your new wife. Or, I don't even know anybody named Maria Gonzalez. Now you're completely screwed because you'll never be able to prove that you were divorced from some unknown made-up person named Maria Gonzalez. Just because the consular officer didn't properly check for your divorce doesn't mean that USCIS is going to say, well, you know, we made a mistake.
It's just one little mistake.
You can have your green card. Never. Okay, so they will say that you're the liar, you're the one who made a mistake, and now it is your burden, your responsibility to prove that you were never married to this Maria Gonzalez, and if you lied about it, you might need a waiver, which you may or may not win. So lying about your prior marriage or not even having the divorce for that marriage will cause you to lose your green card. The next is failing to include the right translations. Sometimes people don't include other paperwork, not because they don't have it, just that they don't include it for some reason. That can get you denied. Next, your joint sponsor or your petitioner, if you don't have a joint sponsor, does not have enough income or cannot prove their income to meet the affidavit of support income guidelines. So that means not only you think you meet the guidelines, but you have to have the paperwork, the tax returns. Now they even ask for tax transcripts directly from IRS to prove the petitioner's income or your joint sponsor income. And sometimes you need both. W-2s, pay stubs. If you don't have proof of the income, they will deny your application. Even now, even though some of these insurance requirements and those forms were canceled by the Biden administration, you still need to meet the affidavit of support public charge inadmissibility rules with proof of the petitioners and or the joint incomes, the joint sponsor's income. Okay, so you definitely need those documents, and a lot of people don't include the proper documents or don't have the proper documents and get denied because of it. And finally, the number 6 mistake people make, your visa type, how you came into the United States, does not legally give you the right to get a green card. I will explain. If you cross the US border without any visa, even if you're married to a US citizen and you have 15 US citizen kids, just applying for a green card, you'll get denied. If you came in as a crewman and you had a C1 or a D1 transit visa, it's not really a real visa. You were a crewman, like you worked on a cruise ship, or stewardess on a flight attendant. That's not the kind of visa that allows you to get a green card in the United States and do adjustment of status. So you will be denied just because of the way you came into the United States. So that makes 6 mistakes that will cause you to not get the green card, to get denied in your green card application process, and create serious problems for you in the future. I highly recommend that if you're going to file for a green card, whether it's through marriage, because you had approved asylum, because you have a work petition or anything like that, you use an immigration lawyer. Especially if you have complications such as divorces, arrests, not enough income, and so on. You need to have an immigration lawyer who can help you overcome that hurdle. And we are here for you. It doesn't matter what state you live in. We work with all the 50 states and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you for watching until the end. Subscribe to our channel, as I asked in the beginning. Please become our TikTok followers. I make a TikTok almost every day, and those are a lot of fun. And we have a lot of followers, and we welcome more. And also find us on Instagram. I'm always under Marina Shepelsky or Shepelsky Law, and I will be so happy to have you as my follower. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Bye-bye.